Hello everybody, I'm Wroughtstream and I'm here with some more Dance of Fire and Ice, and today we are here with some constellations, well just one actually, some viewer suggestions, and 2 feature levels. Yes, they finally put in some new feature levels. Some of them I've already played already, and yeah, I just won't be like replaying those unless there are significant changes, but as far as I'm aware there really isn't. But you know, if there are some significant changes, like I know that there are times when the featured and the regular, like original version, there's sometimes some differences, but I don't think at times they're enough to like warrant me playing them, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's just get started with the spinner. All right, let's go. $47. What is that actually? I don't. Well, I mean, of course I wouldn't remember. How would I remember at that point? Okay. Well, here's another instance of where if I didn't know checkpoint this at an earlier date, I probably would play this, but because I did, I think it's fine enough, so I'm gonna respin here. I swear there has to be like an insane level somewhere that I just haven't no checkpointed before. It has to be somewhere. On their plank guy level, I can work with that though. Alright, we gotta watch out for basically a bunch of hexagons and a bunch of trapezoids. Which contains, you know, rhythms that you don't really commonly see in a lot of songs. Like, I think the only other song that has trapezoids is Polygons, but they only have like this, but they don't have like as much variety, you know. I honestly forgot that those triangles existed. I think, oh yeah, they're called like Titan triangles if I recall correctly. Nice. I do still really enjoy this chart as well. It's just really like nice rhythms that you don't really see very commonly in many other charts, and it's also just like a nice little visual style. Plank Guy does have a very distinct visual style in their charts, which I do like to look at. Can't It Be True, composed by Zeus and charted by Liglig. Can't It Be True was made for the long-running, community-driven rhythm game music competition, the BMS of Fighters. The visuals for this particular level were inspired by the background animation made by Project G. Liglig's creative use of decorations and track placement makes this level a unique gameplay experience. Okay, not gonna lie, I don't really know too much about what the description's really talking about, but hey, let's just go into it. I do like this charter, so I mean, hey, it should be fine. I mean, it's also a Zero song too, so... Bro, how the hell did I almost screw it up? happening that one section, actually. I have no idea. I mean, it seemed like a visual novel for a moment. Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's the same rhythm over and over. Okay, you probably should have caught on to that, but whatever. It's fine. My accuracy is gonna be so skewed, bro. Nice. Okay, cool. That was a neat chart. I really liked playing that. Probably like misread a couple of sections, just mostly just because it was probably my fault because I just didn't catch on quick enough. I just didn't expect it, but hey, it's fine. Tamori, composed by A.R. Forrest and charted by Team Vega. And they said that this would just be a nice, relaxing time. So I guess we'll just get started. I will say we are going to be playing another chart that does use AR Force song, but it's actually going to be a lot more trickier, you know? It's actually... I think it goes faster than this. It also goes at like the BPM later on, so yeah. I'm sure it's probably going to be a bit of a challenge, so we'll see how that goes once we get to that point. But I figure a nice little chart like this in between all of that is going to be nice. So, yeah. Somebody probably could have been screwed over by that organism, yeah. After a while, you kind of don't pay attention much to the planets themselves. You kind of pay attention more to the patterns that are upcoming. So sometimes I don't even realize that orbit easing is even happening. Although, of course, the planet orbit like movement does still help out, and you know, kind of understanding like the tempo that we're at. You know, I mean. If you have like very small speed changes, you actually cannot see the tile icons for them. So like you can slowly accelerate, and you wouldn't really have a visual indicator for it. But you know, you just look at the planets. I mean, you can kind of tell that you're going a bit slower, you know. Or sometimes you just won't even be able to tell. Like sometimes you just de-accelerate so naturally that you just can't even tell. Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, we're at the end. Like when they start like doing stuff like this, yeah. Oh, Pharaoh jump scare? Goddamn. Wait. Yeah, there you go. I recognize a couple of these names, but not all of them. Also, Pure Perfect, yo, let's go. Yeah, you like to see that. I like to see a natural, like, sight read Pure Perfect every once in a while. Honestly, I don't know. I've been thinking about this for a little while. Like, I don't know if you guys would really want this, but But I've been like thinking of like maybe I should do like a thing where I do like a weekly pure perfect, just like off cuff, just like I just choose like random levels to just pure perfect, and then you just like watch that. I don't know. I guess it'd just be like kind of interesting just to like start pure perfecting some of the charts that are in my catalog because I have like at this point I think I've played like almost or maybe even over 500 charts at this point. So maybe put in a couple of pure perfects would be kind of nice. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'd like do something special once I get up to like 100 pure perfects or something, or maybe like do like a mega compilation of where I just have like a bunch of pure perfects that I saved up. All right, here we go. All right, so many people have wanted me to play this chart, and at the time I was like, well, I mean, I guess it's like a remake of like a chart, but then again, I also played a remake, but then again, those like both the original and the remake was featured in Constellation, so I kind of had to play it. But at this point, I was like, should I even like replay this? And then I realized like, you know what? It actually makes sense if I play this with what I'm about to play next. So that is why we were both playing these charts, which is Fagor Magnus, composed by Othinus and charted by Hakarizus and TOC. I probably mispronounced that first name, but who cares? And, this is another official remix where, they basically combine the rhythms from all the first 12 worlds of the game and basically put into this, which is really cool. I really like it. It's a cool idea. And I just, want to, I guess, just replay it once again. I don't know if the charting is really all that different. I'm assuming it's just the same, but with really updated VFX as I saw from, like, some of the previews. Anyway, let's just get started. You'll understand why I'm playing this like really clearly once I play the next chart. Oh man, I swear though, damn. This is definitely a VFX like upgrade though, like holy crap. Remember how like the old version looked like? And it did not have something like this, oh my god. Realize there's no tile bloom on these tiles for some reason. 180 camera jump scare. Then I think it's like, I think it's the spin to win, I think. Yeah, it is. Alright. Kind of forgot the order of how things go after this, though. Ooh, okay. It's actually not giving me as much visibility. Alright, no, that's fine. Oh, okay. That was different. Okay, it should be at the home stretch, unless, like, something actually changed here. Yep, there you go. Nice. Alright, and I think... that was a nice though. I really like the visual effect overhaul though. Definitely makes it a lot more interesting and epic to look at. Novum Futurum, composed by Dash 3N, and charted by Hakri Rios and TOC. So, this is another, essentially like Feg War Magnus, but instead it remixes the extra worlds, which is like on the island with credits, Final Hope, and like all those charts over there, and then the 3 crown worlds as well. So this obviously is going to have a difficulty increase because of the nature of what is being remixed here. Of course, these are faster charts with more complex rhythms than the main 12 worlds of the game. And of course, because of that, this is going to be really tricky and hard. But I imagine that I will maybe be able to get through this. But yeah, let's just get through it. I mean, a lot of people really suggested this level once it came out, so that's kind of why I'm not able to like provide a clear, concise reason. But a lot of people said like good VFX, cool ideas. You just like praising the chart as overall anyway. So yeah, let's just get started. Oh shoot. Okay. So sorry about this, but I actually pressed the in key. Kind of forgot RG actually existed. Okay, hopefully that doesn't appear anymore, otherwise I'm gonna have to toss out the 4K viewer for that. One-handed pseudo gaming, I guess. But anyway, I'm coming into this completely blind, so I imagine that this is actually gonna give me a bit of trouble though, because the 3 crown worlds are obviously not easy. Feels weird. Wow, oh man, I was actually going a little bit faster. Okay, so it's the line here. Oh, this feels weird though, because it's not as fast as as it go. Actually, it's considerably slower. So that's why it's like throwing me off a little bit. All right. Past it. Oh, whoa, okay. This feels weird to play when it actually has like a bit of a tempo. Okay, this is distance, sorry. You actually have to have a little bit of a pulse to play this though, because it's actually kind of fast. At least when compared to its original counterpart. Oh, the song sounds weird though. Ooh. That conveyor belt kind of blocked my way. Honestly, I feel like Get Go was kind of the hardest. So to have that first is kind of weird. Unless like One Forgotten Night goes crazy with like the back-to-back loops. Oh, this is a bonus. Oh, this is cool. That was a cool section, I actually like that. Oh god, okay. I kind of missed the 3-point turn there. That's fine though. Is this Final Hope? I think this is Final Hope. Oh, I gotta start here though. One Forgotten Night, where are you? Now you're coming out soon. Oh, god damn it, okay. Oh, it like references like that first like looping pattern that happens in the beginning of the chart. It kind of threw me off though when it threw that in, but that's fine. Feels considerably easier to do because it's not that fast at all. Like, yeah, this is actually slower than the original One Forgotten Night, so it just doesn't really compare in terms of difficulty. Although I guess, oh, you know, for a second I thought I was gonna have to do another one of those star patterns right there. That was a nice chart though. I really like that. That was. Certainly a lot more tougher than the first Fagor Magnus, and that's obvious due to the, you know, as I mentioned earlier, the nature of what is being remixed here. But that was still a cool chart. I don't know though. I feel like some like references should have been like split up a little bit. Although I guess it's just like kind of for convenience sake, like you get through it go first, so you get through the hardest section of the chart first. Kind of like how it goes in 12x though. Like in the Fagor Magnus, where like 12x is probably the hardest section in that chart, so it is kind of just front loaded, and everything else is, you know, not as hard as that. So I guess maybe that was like the similar intention. Although I will say, Trans-Neptunian object section was really cool. I think that was certainly a highlight out of one of the references, because I never realized that that's actually, those sections are actually double BPM. So they have that entire section essentially being like triplets or whatever, like just like some swing of some kind. That was a really cool section to play through, and it definitely did throw me in for a loop when I was like reading it.
Art for Rest, composed by A.R. Forrest and charted by Number07. This map used a lot of decorations from start to finish. Stepping on the arrow tile moves some tiles ahead, which is very novel. In addition, the camera and decorative effects are also appropriate and nice to look at. However, the speed of the map is very fast, so try only those who are confident that your finger will not break while practicing. I also had a hard time clearing it.
Alright, here we go. Now, I have been holding off for playing this chart for a little while. That's because my friend, who does like sometimes check the constellations just to see how difficult they are, and they said like this is Maelstrom speed, so yeah. That's kind of why I saved this one for a little bit later, but you know, I'm kind of feeling ready for it, you know. I have no idea if this is going to be like traditionally hard or if there's like some technical skill I need to know. I mean, they did check it, and there's like no pseudos or anything. Not even any quadruple BPM lanes, so that's nice. Ooh, this is fast. Okay, this is definitely, yeah, I can definitely. Ooh, yeah, this is giving me like a Maelstrom kind of speed. I'm sure that my friend is probably exactly correct. This is like maybe the exact same speed as Maelstrom. Okay, dude, we're okay. We almost got through that section, but man, this is a tough section though. Okay, you have to use brain power and also like so the reason how I'm reading this, right? So there are like some tiles that are highlighted, and those are the tiles that are being moved by these arrows. And you can also like tell the direction of like where those like section like those tile islands are going to be at. So they point in a certain direction, and I use that like assumption kind of like I use kind of an assumption and like the highlight to also like just help me like visualize the rhythms before the movement even happens in the first place. And that helped a lot, but it is certainly tricky though. It doesn't help that this is really fast, but you know that's what it's gonna be, I guess. Oh no, okay, I don't know what I did there. I must have like tapped extra by accident. Okay. Start gonna be chill like right after this. Maybe actually, who knows? Okay. Oh, I see how fast that bunny's going. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't have any of those arrow change sign thingies, so I did not have to worry about that too much. That was just like just fundamental basics to its high level. Damn. I honestly though, when that section of the song came in though, I loved it. Like, damn, I don't know about that. There's just something about that song once I got to that section that was really nice. Like, yeah, look at that, 1,000 fucking tiles. Like, holy shit. Like, yeah, this is a lot of tiles. Like, damn. But that was really fun. I think, I'm really surprised. I'm really proud of myself for being able to get through that.
Lorelei, composed by Camellia, and charted by Joe Future, Irin, and Bingsu. The original level was the final tiebreaker to AWC 2023. The last test was the two finalists to see who reigns as the champion, so of course the difficulty was dialed to one of the hardest tech levels today. Fortunately, this is a recreation of the original catered to the casual audience who wants to relive the hype without breaking their fingers in their keyboard. With amazing VFX by the well-known Aaron M. Bingsu, good charting by Joe Feature, and a hard-pounding custom level from Camellia, this level will leave you swaying while in awe. I might as well also mention the featured message, which is, this level's music was commissioned for the final tiebreaker in the Adofi World Cup. Camellia's music is noteworthy for its usage in some of the most difficult custom levels. This level starts out calm, but like a hurricane, it very quickly ramps up in the intensity. Stay focused on the track, and you just might make it through the storm.
Oh man, it's finally time, you know? Like, I've seen people talking about this chart all the time, and I've tried to keep myself as spoiler-free as possible. So I'm not sure what to really expect. All I know is that this is certainly doable. It's not even asking me for a time window, and this is not like the fucking 21 version that's used in the tiebreaker for the tournament. Okay, I know that some of you like to entertain the idea that I could play that chart someday, but that's like so far out of my league. But even then, I mean, I used to think that a lot of charts that I've now completed were out of my league, but I don't know. It's just like the skill cap is really high on that. And I don't know, maybe if I have enough determination and maybe like 4 summers in a row, maybe I can do it, but like... Anyway, let's just get started. This was both, you know, I read out both the featured and the constellation message of this, so, you know, this is just like, you know, lots of comments on this, and I've never heard this song, by the way, so I'm not sure what to even expect. Okay, that was a really stupid death of me. Yo, okay, thank God I did not get a checkpoint for that, because goddamn, I don't even deserve to have a checkpoint. Okay, let me just focus here. I don't know why hexagons just killed me for some reason, but hey. Get our refocus back into the game, alright? This does have a pace to it, though. Wow, despite that not being in double BPM, I had to really focus on that. Ooh. God, this does give a crazy ass finale feel to it, though. Just gotta keep the momentum, though. I just realized. Imagine this song must be like crazy long. Oh my god. See, I like recognize the triangles. I was like, oh my god, am I like super late now? Okay, holy crap, dude. Damn, I did not expect those triangles. Alright. Okay, we got this. God, okay, holy crap, dude. Damn, this is actually like even then this is actually screwing me up a little bit just because this is like naturally a bit fast with some really like not easy to comprehend rhythms. Ooh, that was a really cool chart, though. I will say, uh, definitely. It's really tricky, like in readability, though. I will say, like, goddamn. Uh, but this went by in like a flash, dude. Like, I really had a fun time with this one. It's just that, like, oh man, I got that. Oh, honestly, it's probably because of that triangle section. Honestly, I think I overcompensate there because it is a little bit hard for me to like see where I am just because it's like a bunch of bloom there. So it's a little hard, and it doesn't help that my second planet's also in the white color. I'm starting to regret this decision every single time that there's just an excessive amount of bloom in the chart. But anyway, wow, that was really nice though. I really like that.
Let's get into ranking these charts. Can't It Be True, composed by Xerus. I think in advanced here, just for being very simple and a lot of its rhythms. I think the only thing that's kind of tricky is that it might be a little bit hard to sight read in some sections, just because sometimes the camera like lags a little behind, if that makes sense. So you won't have like a bit of visibility when you're looking further ahead in the charts, but because the chart is really slow and there's not very complex patterns that are really going on here, I think advanced is still a good category to put it into. AR Force Tamori, another advanced, just more like kind of simple rhythms that you have right here. 3-point turns, weaved hearts, right triangles, bends. Just very simplistic common patterns that you find in a lot of custom levels. So I think advanced is just fitting for it since there's no gimmick or very flashy visual effects that might throw you off. Novum Futurum, composed by Dash 3N, is a insane chart. Now, I was maybe considering putting it into expert, but then again, the quadruple BPM lane is not that long. It's pretty slow, so I don't think it'd be enough for just this one thing to kind of warrant a, an expert because of that ranking. I mean, there is a lot of other stuff that is going on, though. There is a lot of, like, more odd, tricky rhythms that are going on, especially because it references One Forgotten Night options. But I feel like those rhythms are not that complex. And the one section that is referencing Trans-Neptunian Object, well, it is a really cool section. It is sped up quite a bit. I don't think it's really enough to really bump anything up to an expert. I think if this had more faster sections, this chart was a little bit more faster, and it had more tricky sections taken from some of the crown worlds, I believe that this could probably be an expert. But because of that, because the only really hard part is kind of like the quadruple BPM lane, which is, I think I like to consider maybe a more expert-like difficulty, but because it's only just one section, and the rest of the level is more insane to like a hard or advanced in some sections, I think an insane is a good category for it. Art for Us, composed by AR Force, is an expert. Really, really simple expert chart for me to really rank, because this is 390 BPM, and it is no checkpoints, has a tile moving gimmick that you have to pay attention to, and it is just not letting up. All right, it will constantly throw rhythms at you, constantly throw U-turn tiles, 3-point turns, ladders, extravagant loops, back-to-back loops, all that good stuff at a pretty high pace. So you're definitely gonna need to put in your tap and finger. The only thing that's really like making this not be extreme, in my opinion, is if either it was a little bit more faster, had complex patterns, or like the VFX and gimmicks were like more tricky. But because everything else was kind of relaxed and fine, I think this is fine. You just need to have really good fundamental skills in order to really play this chart. So that's why I think I ranked it so high. Lorelei, composed by Camellia. Hard difficulty, I'll say. I was tempted to maybe put this into insane, but like at times the chart is not that fast, right? Because when I think of more faster charts, I typically think of the idea that I'm playing it on the strictest time window possible. And because of that, that is what makes these faster songs with double BPM a lot more tricky, is because of those more stricter time windows. Here, it never develops into double BPM here. The hardest section happens at the end where you have a lot of triangles in a row. However, while those triangles require a lot of speed, you have to consider the fact that the time windows on those are very lenient. They're not going to be as punishing as they normally would be if you were to play that in double BPM. Because of that, I think that makes this section significantly more easier. Because there's only one tough section like that, I think most of the chart is like a hard difficulty, while that one triangle section you could maybe argue for if it was an insane difficulty. I think if the chart was more consistent with that and also just was a bit more of a bigger stamina burn when it comes to those sections, then maybe I would consider putting this into the insane category. But because most of the chart, it's just 22 BPM with some really complex and tricky patterns. But those patterns are not really like warranted enough to really bump it up to an insane, so I think hard's just good for it. It is a tough level. As long as you have a bit more practice with it and you can, keep up with the pace of 220 BPM, you should be able to keep up. And that is all for every single custom level that I played today. Hopefully you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and hopefully I'll see you another day.